We've got quite a long list of problems happening in Danny's world right now. Some of them are to do with our new matchmaking feature. Our first bug is from this user saying Shelly's Halloween skin, she's wearing the hats that used to be purple and those shoes that used to be purple are now fluorescent green. If we take a closer look, I have never seen anything like this. Hopefully if they just rejoin the game, this will be fixed. Does look quite cool though. We have another loading problem from this user saying I was trapped in the void dimension. If we take a look, their game has completely failed to load. There's some weird neon lighting as well. Like, what is this? Oh, this is the lobby. Oh my word. This is actually Garden View lobby. And they have some other photos as well. Like, what is going on? It seems like they are on a mobile device. And as you can see, they are in the elevator. Our next problem is to do with Vintage Razzle and Dazzle. This user has noticed that Vintage Razzle and Dazzle's eyes, well, only Dazzle's eyes doesn't have the iconic triangle that Vintages normally have. Our next problem is to do with Twisted Glisten. There are some inconsistencies between Twisted Glisten's model and Twisted Glisten's photo. If you can't tell, the eyebrow is different and it looks like part of his eyes are also different as well. This user has a video of what happens when Goob and Scraps use their ability at the same time. Let's take a look. So Goob reaches out to Scraps and Scraps reaches out to Coco and she appears in the elevator. Super interesting. Scraps also appeared behind Coco. Our next problem is to do with the icons that show when you join matchmaking. As you can see, this user said Gordy icon is just special. So it looks like the Halloween tunes have their full renders instead of just their faces. Another matchmaking bug is to do with entering roleplay mode. What does that mean? Didn't know roleplay mode was a matchmaking feature. And as you can see, sometimes when you enter roleplay mode, the matchmaking buttons appear for a few seconds. And we have a video from this user showing us the matchmaking buttons appearing when you try and enter roleplay mode. So Poppy is in the lobby and when she enters roleplay mode, as you saw, the matchmaking buttons appeared. The inconsistencies with the icons when players are voting for matchmaking also happens with Coco as well. As you can see, it's her 3D render instead of the 2D image that other tunes have. Another problem with matchmaking is that international users are not getting translations for the join matchmaking button. As you can see, this user has a photo and the join matchmaking button has not been translated to Spanish. It's still in English. King Mob has replied saying we have it on auto translate but are working on getting that processed quicker. So I guess the servers are a bit slow on translating the new matchmaking feature that was recently released. We have a bug to do with the elevator. This user said this has happened to me 3 times today where the elevator fills up and instead of going, it just traps you until the timer is up. Normally when you have a full lobby, the elevator will just take you to the pre-game lobby where you can buy your items and choose your trinkets. But I guess after the matchmaking feature was released, 8 out of 8 players are forced to wait for the countdown to get to 0. We have another problem to do with the matchmaking feature and icons. This user has said flight matchmaking icon thing is Flutter's voting icon for some reason. If we take a closer look, Flight is in the elevator, but when Flight votes for matchmaking, Flutter's icon shows. So hopefully the dev team can put the correct icon there. Our next bug is very unusual. It's to do with the golden brick sticker that you can buy from Dial's shop. This user said, this happens when I use gold brick. And if we take a closer look, they get an error message saying your purchase failed because something went wrong. Your account has not been charged. Like, that's so random. And they said it only happens when they try and use golden brick shrimpo. That's so weird. Hopefully that can be corrected once they rejoin. We have a bug to do with Twisted Blot and how you gain research from Twisted Blot. This user said, hey, so I brought this up 3 months ago, but it's still not fixed. Every Twisted Blot encounter counts as the same encounter no matter how many times he spawns, meaning you can only ever get 7% research and 5 tapes from him, even if he spawned on every floor. So I have heard people talk about this. So basically, in your whole run, even if you get to like floor 100, 100, you can only get a maximum of 7% research on Twisted Blot, and users are complaining that this should not be the case. You should be able to get as much research on Twisted Blot just like other Twisteds. Maybe the dev team don't know how to fix the problem, or maybe players are confused and that's not happening. Our next bug is to do with the elevator not showing properly. If we take a closer look, it's just a wall. This has been happening to a lot of players, and we have a video, so it's just a wall, nothing else. This is clearly a loading problem. The same user is showing that the broken elevator has loaded properly, but the normal elevator is bugged.